played with a lot of big bands.
Mm-hmm.
I've played shows with Kitty. I've played shows with Vampire Moose. I've played shows with Il Nino, Chimera. I've played with all of these bands. And I try to get a little something from each one. Not that I want to mime what their drummer is doing.
You draw inspiration.
That's right. His stage presence. But if they do something that I don't know about as far as technique, I'm going to use it.
Oh, absolutely.
I may not do it verbatim as he plays it. I'll have my own version of it. But I am going to swiper, no swiper.
No, understandable.
I'm going to use that.
You know, regardless of what your musical tool is, I can speak for, I can only speak for myself, but, from observation, I've noticed that, you could be the greatest musician in the world, but there's someone out there you aspire to be
like.
Yeah.
That's right.
My next question to you, obviously you're, once again, by the side of Optimus Prime with the double bass drum, that's something that I definitely enjoy. A lot of music fans definitely enjoy the sound of double bass. When did that become part of your kit, part of Optimus Prime?
Well, Optimus Prime I bought as double bass.
Okay.
But I'll say, high school. I was in high school before I started messing around with double bass. I ran into a guy in high school. His name was Gerard Maher. He played a mahogany wood grain SG.
Oh, you know how I feel about SG, sorry.
Yes, they're great. Well, he played the Star Spangled Banner by Jimi Hendrix. Now, at that point in time, I wasn't playing very much rock. I was more R&B. But when he played that, and I was like, wow, this guy has talent. I said, we need to play together. But I said, you need to learn how to play soul. He goes, why don't you just transition into rock?
And thank goodness.
Yeah, so I was like, well, it might be a bit trying because I'm really not into that music. But at the same time, for the sake of the music, I'm willing to give anything a twirl because I'm learning. And really, the transition was quite easy. It was quite easy. Though, I will say, yes, he was talented, but no one pushed me drumming in the metal game. No one pushed me like Lord Kalium, Michael Jonas.
Oh, yeah.
We were Needlescrape, and we would sit in this room and almost go to blows trying to work out songs, because he would write something, he wanted particular drumming to it, but yet it had to be my own creation, because he would change times during the song, and I'm like, you're killing me here. But when it was all said and done, we came up with some fantastic metal.
I actually, I have one of the Needlescrape CDs that I got from you, Xerxes. There's particular songs I like on there.
I think you said Suicide Squad.
Suicide Squad, Helen the Impaler.
Helen the Impaler.
I love that song too.
That's a crazy one there. Lord Kalium and I used to work together out at Berkeley Medical, and there was a woman that worked there, and she was just so nice. Her name was Helen. I don't remember her last name, but her first name
I'm sure it
was
wasn't
Helen.
the Impaler.
No. And just even the Impaler, she, you couldn't even tie that to her, because she was just nice as pie. But, of course, you reverse it, Helen the Impaler, because she was so nice. But, yes, that was a great song. Now, there was a song there where I had to, the song went like, through its 4/4 time, but I did my drumming. It would catch up to it bars later.
Oh, so you were playing longer bars to the 4/4?
Yes.
Like maybe 16 bar increments, or?
It all depends on what Chalmers was doing at that time. You know what I mean? It all depends on what he was doing at that time. Because as I said, he would change up a lot. But it came out a great song. Great song.
Yeah, I mean, we've talked about this in the past. I call myself Artemus Toast, the greatest guitarist of all time. You know,
Right.
trademark. But recently, in the past few years, I believe we know each other for maybe 3 years now.
Yes, about 3 years.
I'll admit that you kind of reignited, my interest in music, and I appreciate that, and I love talking about music with you. I'm gonna go back to what you were saying before about Chomis, pushing you. I've found, a lot of those great bands, there are always members that were on edge,
Mm-hmm.
and it wasn't, due to, disliking one another, or it's just, in this case with Needlescrape, Chomis had what he had a vision of what he wanted in his mind, and incorporating that with your playing style, I understand that it'd be hard to. You're not inside his head, I mean, you're.
Yes,
He's trying to
go by. I can only go by what I'm hearing him do.
Yeah,
His work.
I guess what I'm getting at is, it's a very valuable thing to have someone there to push you, to not get complacent, to always strive for something better. And, from talking to you in the past, and, not only during this interview, it seems that, y'all were a great musical match because you pushed one another.
We put in the time to become that. We had a different philosophy. Lord Kalium and I would come in here and write all the songs before we ever introduced it to the rest of the band. The song was completed. Then we introduced it to the rest of the band. Double A Ron, Aaron Newell, he could easily pick up on that finished product because it would be just like playing to a CD.
And he was your bass player
He
and
was the
vocalist.
bass player, yes. He did vocals in the bass lines. At times he would be lead, at times he would do backup, or I'd do backup. Lord Kalium would do some backup. But the process worked for us without going through a lot of wasted time with everyone here trying to figure it out. We're giving you a finished product, and all you have to do is learn your part, make up a part to the finished product. Much easier to do than through the process of creation. It was already created for you.
Understandable, yeah.
Served on a platter. There you go. Do what you do and put something to it. But it's got to be right.